At number 10, Gary Owen. After nearly 20 years of marriage, it was all over in an instant. Kenya Duke, wife of Gary Owens, filed for divorce in March this year, making allegations that her husband had been unfaithful in their marriage. After news broke of their divorce filing, Kenya took to her Instagram to imply that her husband had an affair with a woman from Dallas, someone who was mutual friends with Gary and reality star Claudia Jordan. In her now deleted Instagram post, Kenya sent a message to the woman that she calls Dallas, Texas, saying, quote, "Dallas, Texas, I have your info. I'm going to deal with you in a minute. I'm a little busy now. You can have him, but you can't disrespect me and my kids in the process. At Gary Owen Comedy, let her know that a storm is coming. You should know better. Married, not separated. Married." End quote. Kenya also followed this up with a message that was meant for her husband, where she said, quote, "All the energy you spend lying, acting, creating a fake narrative for these women that want to be me, you could have done it with a veggie burger and a glass of fake filtered water." End quote. To make matters messier, Claudia Jordan, who was allegedly mutual friends with Gary's mistress, took to her social media to clear her name in the scandal, saying that she doesn't have a friend from Dallas, implying that she doesn't know who this other woman is, and that she was not aware of any affair that Gary had been having. At number 9, Amber Heard. 2020 saw the messiness and chaos that was the libel case between Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and The Sun publication. Through that trial, we learned a lot about Johnny and Amber's relationship behind the scenes, including the cheating that allegedly happened. Along with having been abusive towards Johnny Depp, she also allegedly had affairs with multiple people during their relationship. Some of the names that have been thrown around having had relationships with Amber are Cara Delevingne, Elon Musk, and James Franco. Apparently, Amber, Cara, and Elon once had a group affair in Johnny's downtown LA penthouse, and there's even video footage of Amber meeting with James Franco in 2016 where they went to the same LA penthouse. This all happened behind Johnny's back and in his own house. This trial unearthed so much information about their relationship turmoil, but the cheating was only just the tip of the iceberg. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you are enjoying it so far, and also check out my gaming channel Viper Girl if you're looking to enjoy some more awesome content, and subscribe while you're there. I post new videos daily, so there's always some fun going on over there. At number 8, Kevin Hunter Sr. In 2019, talk show host Wendy Williams exposed her husband for having a huge affair. Her 20-year marriage to husband Kevin Hunter was dissolved after he was accused of not only cheating on Wendy, but also fathering another woman's child. When reports broke of Kevin's affair with his massage therapist, revealing that his mistress had given birth to their child, Wendy said, "Enough is enough." When speaking out about the whole affair, Wendy said, quote, "Look, my husband had a full baby with a woman he was involved with for 15 years. Infidelity is one thing, a whole baby is a whole nother topic. A baby. I'm not changing Pampers, I want to be pampered. I learned from my mother how to make lemons into lemonade. What am I supposed to do? Stay in the house and cry all day?" End quote. Following this explosive divorce, Kevin issued an apology to his wife where he said, quote, "I'm not proud of my recent actions and take full responsibility and apologize to my wife, my family, and her amazing fans. I'm going through a time of self-reflection and I'm trying to right some wrongs." End quote. At number 7, Alex Rodriguez. Though they never got the chance to take that next step in their relationship, Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez had the intention to tie the knot, that is until things got too messy to handle. In April of this year, the couple announced that they're going their separate ways, ending their 2-year engagement. This breakup announcement came following A-Rod's recent cheating scandal. Though he's been accused of infidelity in the past, this new scandal might have been the one to end it all. In January of this year, Alex was accused of cheating on his fiancée with reality TV star Madison LaCroix, and this came about after LaCroix was accused of having an affair with the former MLB player during a taping of a reality reunion show. Shortly after these allegations were thrown around, Madison admitted to having been in contact with A-Rod, insisting that their communications were innocent, saying that they never met up and never had any physical contact, saying, quote, "He's never physically cheated on his fiancée with me." A source close to Alex revealed that he had slid into Madison's DMs and they had exchanged some, quote, "thirsty photos." For now, this is all speculations, but the internet sleuths out there are pretty convinced that there was indeed an affair going on here. At number 6, Mariah Carey. In September 2020, singer Mariah Carey revealed in her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, that she had once been unfaithful to her first husband. In the book, Mariah wrote about how during her first marriage to music exec Tommy Mottola, she cheated on him with baseball star Derek Jeter. Mariah talked about how she felt trapped in her marriage because of the age difference and because her husband was controlling. This prompted her to seek out a temporary escape, and after meeting Derek at a dinner party in 1997, she bonded with him. Mariah also revealed that soon she and Derek started talking, leading to them having a quote, warm, slow, intoxicating kiss on Derek's roof. The singer said that after that kiss, they never went any further because she was still married, saying, quote, neither of us had wanted to cheapen our romance by cheating on my marriage, end quote. They waited until Mariah was single again to start up the romance once again. At number 5, Dominic West. In the fall of 2020, actor Dominic West shocked a lot of people, including his wife, when photos surfaced online of him getting a little too close with actress Lily James. The leaked images showed the actor ringless on an outing with his co-star in Rome. He was spotted kissing and caressing the actress, and there were sources claiming that he and Lily had shared a hotel room as well. When reports of this alleged affair came out, a source close to Dominic's wife, Catherine, said that she was, quote, devastated and heartbroken, going on to say that she believed that she and her husband had a good marriage. This scandal, however, took a turn just days after the story first broke, as Dominic and his wife were spotted together kissing in front of paparazzi, and the couple even released a handwritten note to news outlets saying, quote, our marriage is strong and we are very much still together, end quote. When confronted about the whole affair, Lily James said that she was mortified to learn that her co-star was married, saying that while they were together, Dominic was acting very flirtatious around her. Everyone was confused by the situation, but what do you guys think of this cheating scandal? Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. At number 4, Offset. People say that rappers Cardi B and Offset have a toxic relationship because of how many times Offset has cheated. Though they've been married for over 3 years and have a daughter together, that apparently doesn't stop Offset from seeking comfort elsewhere. Last year, Cardi even filed for divorce from Offset because of his infidelity, though they later got back together after he spoiled her for her birthday, buying her a $300,000 car and dedicating a billboard to her. Offset has had a few cheating scandals over the course of his relationship with Cardi. In 2018, about a year after the couple got married in secret, Offset faced rumors that he had cheated on Cardi and even made an adult film with another woman. Back in 2020, he faced more allegations where it was rumored that he even fathered a child during this affair. Though they continue to find their way back to each other, one has to wonder, will this happen again? At number 3, Kanye West. 2021 has been a rough year for Kim and Kanye. The couple announced early this year that they were divorcing, but this was also followed up with some cheating rumors as well. For a little while there, at the beginning of the year, the internet was swarming with rumors that Kanye had cheated on his wife with YouTuber and makeup mogul Jeffree Star. Though those allegations were denied, some others have popped up saying that Kanye was allegedly actively looking to cheat on Kim. Reality TV star Claudia Jordan alleged that the rapper, quote, tried to hook up with her while still in a relationship with Kim. During an appearance on a talk show, Claudia said, quote, he tried years ago. Me and Nicki Chu were in the club. They shut the door. I met him before and you know what? I hung out with Kim as well. And because of girl code, I couldn't do it. Let's just say that, end quote. Because of this allegation, maybe there are other people out there with similar stories. Other people have claimed online to have had affairs with Kanye, but none of those have been confirmed. At number 2, Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson have certainly had their ups and downs in their very difficult relationship. Cheating was apparently always apparent in their relationship since it was believed that Tristan was cheating on his ex with Khloe when they first got together, so the infidelity in their relationship was apparent from the get-go. Things were seemingly going well for them in the beginning, with Khloe and Tristan even welcoming a new baby together, but in April 2018, just shortly before their daughter True was born, photos of Tristan appearing to cheat were leaked, and TMZ leaked footage from 2017 showing Tristan kissing other women at a club. This was a huge deal, especially as this all came out around the birth of their daughter and tensions were sky high. Things died down after a couple weeks as they turned their focus towards their new baby, but later in 2019, more cheating allegations came out detailing how he had been caught cheating on Khloe again, this time with their longtime family friend Jordan Woods. This was supposedly the nail in their relationship's coffin, but now in 2021, there have been reports saying that Khloe and Tristan are back together. There's rumor that the couple have reconciled and are apparently engaged to be married. Khloe has been spotted with a pretty big rock on her finger, so hopefully this means that the infidelity is done with. But unfortunately, you never really know. And finally, at number 1, Mike Cosson. After their 2016 cheating scandal and years of trying to make their marriage work, football player Mike Costin and his wife, singer and actress Jana Kramer, have called it quits on their marriage. Jana took to her social media in late April to announce their split, saying, quote, "It's time. As I try to make sense of a reality I never wanted to believe could be possible again, those words have now become a reality. I fought, y'all. I loved hard, I've forgiven, I put the work in, I've given everything I have, and now I have nothing else to give," end quote. Jana also cited, quote, "inappropriate marital conduct, irreconcilable differences, and adultery" as reasons for their divorce. The pair briefly split up in 2016 following a cheating scandal where Mike's infidelity and sex addiction were brought to light, and though they reconciled shortly after that scandal, it seems as though they weren't able to make things work long term.
Number 10. Will Smith and Margot Robbie. In 2013, Star magazine published a bombshell allegation that Will Smith was caught cheating with his co-star Margot Robbie when they worked together on the movie Focus. The report actually claimed that in photo booth pictures that they found and published on their cover, Will appeared to be shirtless and Margot lifted up her own shirt to reveal her lingerie. The magazine also claimed that after they pulled the curtain back to take the pictures, they were getting very touchy-feely with each other in the dark. The scandal was massive at the time because Will is married to Jada Pinkett Smith, and back then they had yet to admit to having an open relationship. But the rumors soon died down as E! News revealed that the pictures were commissioned by a production and that the entire cast and crew saw them being taken. It also came out that Will and Margot are absolutely just friends and there was nothing else going on between them. Even Margot was quick to deny everything on Twitter, quote, "There's absolutely no truth to the ridiculous rumor. It's disappointing that goofing around on set could be taken so out of context." Well, people do tend to jump to conclusions. Number 9. Dominic West and Lily James. The actors were at the height of scandal when they were photographed getting cozy in Rome, all while filming their new series A Pursuit of Love in 2020. The pictures show the stars kissing, sitting at a cafe, standing on the Spanish steps, and riding tandem on a scooter, looking very much to be on a date. Although Lily was single at the time, Dominic has been married to Catherine Fitzgerald for 10 years, and they have 4 children together. A source told The Sun that when Catherine saw the pictures, she was devastated and tried to get a hold of her husband, but he wasn't answering his phone. She was reportedly shocked by the whole thing because she didn't realize anything was going on. But only a few days later, there was a photo taken out the front of the couple's home with a note saying, "Our marriage is strong and we're very much still together. Thank you." Since the incident, James has kept quiet and cancelled various interviews to promote her latest film Rebecca, which is probably a good decision considering the fact that both parties have not yet publicly talked about their affair since it occurred. Number 8. Chad Michael Murray and Paris Hilton. In 2003, Chad Michael Murray and Sophia Bush fell in love while filming the TV series One Tree Hill. 2 years later, they were married. However, they separated just 5 months later when rumors swirled that Chad had cheated on his wife with Paris Hilton, his co-star on the film House of Wax. During the time he and Paris both worked on the horror film together, they reportedly had an affair, according to Backstreet Boy Nick Carter, who was dating Paris at the time. But after separating, Chad and Sophia still had to keep working together for another 3 years on One Tree Hill. If that's not awkward, I don't know what is. It wasn't until 2011 that the actor decided to rethink the way in which he was living his whole life. Quote, "When you're young and you're thrown into something that I was definitely not ready for, I'm human and I screw up." But his ex-wife definitely took the whole affair much harder, and it's clear that his actions really affected her in the long term. In 2017, she wrote in Cosmopolitan that the scandal was a massive event in her life and the trauma of it was amplified by how public it became. She has also said that she feels the marriage was a joke and it did nothing but reduce her to a Hollywood statistic. Ouch. Number 7. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Jen and Brad got married in 2000 in a lavish Malibu wedding and things were perfect for the Hollywood it couple until they suddenly announced their divorce in 2005. What happened exactly? Well, long story short is Brad met Angelina for the first time on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and the rest is history. Apparently the movie was filled with so much romantic tension, it was impossible for the two stars not to fall for each other. I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is probably the sexiest spy movie to ever exist, so it's easy to see how everything went down. But the problem was that Brad was still married to Jen. But he didn't let that stop him, and they allegedly still got together despite his marriage. To add insult to injury, he said about his marriage to Jen, quote, "I was trying to pretend the marriage was something that it wasn't. I'm satisfied with making true choices and finding the woman I love, Angie, and building a family that I love so much." That sounds pretty harsh, but it turned out that Brad and Angelina's relationship wasn't just a fling, and they actually went on to date for many years and had a large family before finally getting married in 2014. The love triangle was one of the biggest celebrity scandals of the early 2000s, and it still dominates the tabloids to this day. Number 6. Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. The actress and writer Carrie Fisher was never one to hold back when she had something to say, and in 2016 she shared a fascinating piece of history in her own memoir called The Princess Diarist. According to Carrie, she had a brief but very intense affair with her Star Wars co-star Harrison Ford while they were filming the movie in 1976. But what's really quite troubling is that People magazine reported that she was just 19 years old when the 3-month affair took place, while Harrison was 36 years old and married to his wife of 15 years, Mary Marquardt. To make matters worse, the couple also shared 2 kids together. In terms of sneaking around, Carrie actually said, quote, "It was Han and Leia during the week and Carrie and Harrison during the weekend." She also explained to The Guardian that the affair between them had eventually come down to unreciprocated love. She said that she'll always feel something for him. The Star Wars actress was so young at the time that they got together, and although she must have known it was wrong, it's hard to say that the blame rests completely on her. What's even sadder is that after Carrie died in 2016, Harrison never fully confessed to the affair, probably more out of shame for cheating on his wife. Number 5. Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. The co-stars brought their on-screen romance into the real world after working together on the FX series Fargo. The pair appeared on season 3 of the anthology crime drama, which debuted in April of 2017. Only a month later, the actress announced on social media that she had split from her husband of 7 years, Riley Stearns. Following her separation, Winstead was spotted on a date, hooking up with McGregor in London, and cheating rumors were flying because although she was single, he was very much not. The Trainspotting actor was still married to Eve Mavrakis at the time, with whom he shares 4 children. After the Emmy winner was spotted getting cozy with Winstead, fans began to wonder about the status of his marriage, but it wasn't until January of 2018 that his now ex-wife filed for divorce. But while the two managed to keep their romance relatively private, their relationship raised eyebrows even among their family members. In fact, in August of 2018, McGregor's daughter Clara had some strong feelings on the new relationship at the time. She took to Instagram to comment on a Mary Elizabeth Winstead fan page, quote, "Most beautiful and talented woman on earth? Oh man, y'all are delusional. This girl is a piece of trash." Wow. Number 4. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Although it's been over for decades, Nicole Kidman's marriage to Tom Cruise is still one of Hollywood's most talked about relationships. Cruise met Nicole Kidman on the set of the movie Days of Thunder, and the pair were instantly smitten with one another, and they soon started engaging in a torrid love affair. But at the time of meeting, you guessed it, the Top Gun actor was still married to Mimi Rogers, whom he wed in 1987. As it became clear that the affair was more than just a simple fling, Tom divorced his first wife in February of 1990, and less than 1 year later, he exchanged vows with Nicole in December of 1990. They even adopted 2 children, Isabella Jane and Connor Anthony, and eventually went on to make 2 more movies together as a couple. But as we all know, their marriage was far from perfect, and they ended up splitting a decade later in 2001. Looking back on the divorce, Nicole said, quote, "It took me a very long time to heal. It was a shock to my system. We were in a bubble, just the 2 of us. We became very dependent on one another." Number 3. Billy Crudup and Claire Danes. The massive scandal started in late 2003. Billy and his girlfriend of 8 years, Mary Louise Parker, who at the time was about 7 months pregnant with his son, broke up. The New York Post reported that the actor had moved on with his stage beauty co-star Claire Danes, who was only 24 at the time. In the summer of that year, the former co-stars had been spotted getting cozy all over New York City, and even had a very cute looking courtside date filled with PDA. But Billy wasn't the only cheater in that situation, as Claire also ended up breaking the heart of her longtime boyfriend Ben Lee to be with the actor. Their love affair didn't last long, however, and it's clear that all the heartbreak wasn't even worth it, because they ended up splitting up just 3 years later. Naturally, the ultra-private couple didn't discuss the reason behind their breakup, but the tabloids were happy to do so for them. Several magazines even claimed that Danes had left Billy for Hugh Dancy, but we'll never really know what happened. Years later, Claire said, quote, "I was just in in love with him and needed to explore that. I was 24, I didn't quite know what those consequences would be. Number 2. Morena Baccarin and Ben McKenzie. The Homeland actress furiously denied rumors that she had been cheating on her husband at the time, Austin Chick. But when she got pregnant by her Gotham co-star Ben McKenzie, there was very little she could do to cover it up. And just like that, the cheating rumors were confirmed. Although the actress tried to shut down the allegations, according to a TMZ report, the divorce papers filed in 2015 by Austin show that he claimed that he was still sharing a bed with Morena when she conceived Mackenzie's baby. She did get a happy ending though, and eventually gave birth to Mackenzie's daughter Frances in March of 2016, just 2 weeks before her divorce from Austin was finalized, and went on to marry Mackenzie in June the following year. But did she at least feel a little bad for sleeping with her co-star while she was married? Well, not really. In fact, she told People magazine that working with him on Gotham was wonderful. Quote, "Ben's the sweetest. It's very nice to work with your significant other, especially when you're pregnant, because you know you'll get some extra TLC and get taken care of." I mean, yeah, I guess that sounds nice if you can ignore the question of how they met. Number 1. John Malkovich and Michelle Pfeiffer. The legendary actor John Malkovich caused intense scandal both on and off the screen when it came to filming 1998's Dangerous Liaisons with his co-star Michelle Pfeiffer. At the time, the actor had been married to actress Glenn Headley for 6 years, but that completely fell apart in the midst of his affair with Michelle. Interestingly enough, even the film's director, Stephen Frears, said, quote, "Dangerous Liaisons is about betrayal and lies and relationships unraveling. It was one of those times where reality and art intersect. It was overwhelming to John. Even for a man who delights in bad behavior, that was a difficult time. Not to mention the fact that John's older brother, Danny, told Entertainment Weekly in 1993 that when the actor came home with Michelle, that was the happiest that he had ever seen him." But even though John and his ex-wife got divorced in 1988, the affair didn't last long either, and they reportedly broke up not long after. But apparently Malkovich took the breakup very hard and reportedly cried for a whole year. The two of them must have really had something special, because he told The Guardian in 2008, quote, "It's hard to believe Michelle Pfeiffer ever said hello to me." I mean, if you can forget about the fact that he cheated on his wife, it's still romantic the way he talks about Michelle.
Kicking off our list is Arnold Schwarzenegger. A bombshell was dropped when Arnold and his ex-wife announced their separation after 25 years back in 2011. But the most shocking thing was actually the reason why, and it was revealed that Arnold had an affair with their housekeeper, Mildred Patricia Benea. But it wasn't just a one-time thing. He was actually having a relationship with her outside of his marriage, to a point where they even had a secret child together in 1997. It literally sounds like a movie plot, I'm not gonna lie. Like having a secret child with someone else when you're married. The only good news of this whole situation is that Arnold was able to keep a healthy relationship with his son Joseph, who, by the way, is a spitting image of him. Literally twins. Both very muscular too. Moving on to number 9 is David Letterman. He was with his wife for over 20 years and married for less than 6 months when he admitted to having an affair with different women that worked for him. The worst part is he openly admitted it on air on his live talk show, which is incredibly awkward, specifically saying that he had sex with his longtime assistant Stephanie Burkett. The scandal all started because Stephanie's boyfriend, Joe Halderman, a producer at CBS, allegedly tried to extort Letterman for $2 million in exchange for his silence. So Letterman just took it into his own hands and decided to announce it on his show so that the truth would be known and he didn't have to pay anyone to keep his mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? But he and his wife are still together regardless of what happened, and he recently said that they are happier than ever. So cruising into number 8, we have Jay-Z. When Beyonce released her song Lemonade, she gave light on her marriage to Jay-Z. There was so much speculation on who Becky with the good hair was that it turned into a popular meme. The two of them remained quiet on the subject for a while until Jay-Z released a new album which was full of apologies to Beyonce and their daughter Blue. He eventually came clean during an interview and said that he had cheated and explained that they were able to work through it for the sake of their daughter. And they seem to be going strong. Signing in number 7 is Kris Jenner. I cover a lot of celebrity drama across our channels, and I'm not gonna lie, I never knew about this this one. This one came as a complete shock to me when I was researching. Kris wrote a memoir in 2011, and in it she admitted to having an affair with her first husband, Rob Kardashian. Her memoir, titled Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian, dished all the details where she revealed that she had an affair with a false name that she called Ryan. But her friend, Todd Waterman, later admitted during an interview that Ryan was actually him. When Kris was asked about this whole thing during an interview, she just strongly stated that her only regret in life was divorcing Rob Kardashian, who, if you don't know, did pass away. Swiping the number 6 spot is Kevin Hart. His cheating scandal got hella confusing to keep up with. When allegations first came out that he was cheating on his wife, Nico Parrish, he was in full denial. But then he got put in the middle of an extortion attempt. Someone allegedly was in possession of a video of him with another woman engaging in sexual activity, and they were going to expose him if they did not receive their money. But Kevin ended up posting a video on his Instagram where he apologized despite denying everything. He captioned it, "Sending so many apologies to my wife and kids. I gotta do better and I will. I'm not perfect and never have claimed to be. I love you all." During an interview after that, he did admit to the cheating. Sadly, this is not Kevin Hart's only cheating scandal. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Jude Law. He and Sienna Miller were once one of Hollywood's it couples, but then he got exposed for cheating on her. His story hit closer to home, literally, because he cheated on Sienna with their children's nanny. The affair happened in 2006 and he admitted to cheating with her nanny Daisy Wright, which was happening on the regular. He ended up releasing a public apology to her, and Sienna spoke up about it, saying that it was a private moment where she had to get her heart broken in front of the entire world. But at the same time, had he not been exposed, she may have never found out that this was even happening. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, but that would frickin' suck. Oh my god, I would hate going through that in the public eye. Rolling at number 4 is Hugh Grant. Cheating is not illegal, but it is when you are doing it in a public place. The actor was arrested back in 1995 when he was caught having sex in public with a prostitute who he paid, apparently, this is details, I don't know how I know this, it was in this article. He paid $60 for her to perform oral sex on him. Just thought I should let you guys know in on exactly what happened. That was a scandal in itself, but what made it worse was that he had a girlfriend at the time. He was actually dating Elizabeth Hurley. Despite the cheating though, she did stick around with him for 5 years after that. However, they eventually broke up. She was able to move forward and make a joke about it on her show The Royals. Her character hired a male escort who called himself Huge Grant. That's the best revenge right there. In the 3rd spot is Kristen Stewart. The Twilight actress was on top of the world when dating her co-star Robert Pattinson. But then she got exposed and sent the world into a giant frenzy, just breaking a ton of Twilight fan hearts. And Rob's, of course. She was dating her Twilight love interest in real life when the paparazzi exposed her for cheating on him. In August 2011, pictures surfaced of Kristen making out with another man. But what made the scandal so spicy was that she was making out with her Snow White and the Huntsman film director, Rupert Sanders. He was 41 years old at the time and Kristen was only 22, and he was married to Liberty Ross and fathered her 2 children. Her steamy makeup pictures were just everywhere. They were all over the internet, and she didn't know what else to do but issue a public apology. However, they were not able to bounce back from this one. Making his way into number 2 is Tristan Thompson. He got busted for cheating on more than one occasion. The first time was when his girlfriend Khloe Kardashian was in the hospital about to literally physically give birth to their child. Like she was in the delivery room. Security footage leaked online showing him kissing another woman in a nightclub more than one time. Other video footage showed him going into a hotel with the same woman that he was kissing in the club. Khloe forgave him and stuck by his side, but then later down the road, it was revealed that he cheated again with Kylie Jenner's best friend Jordan Woods, who was like a younger sister to Khloe. Poor Khloe. This guy sucks. Earning number 1 place is Tiger Woods. His divorce was one of the most explosive divorces in celebrity history. It was Thanksgiving in 2009 when his entire life changed because news broke that he had been cheating. It was this explosive event between him and his wife. After she found out that he was a serial cheater, she chased him out of the house with a golf club, hit him, like knocked him unconscious, and then smashed up his Escalade. Turns out he was cheating with multiple women, but one in particular, Rachel Uchitel. His wife took his phone while he was sleeping and texted Rachel pretending to be him and got all the details of the affair that she needed. He ended up doing an interview where he took full responsibility for being unfaithful. Not that it changes anything. Starting off our list at number 10 is Ashton Kutcher. Don't freak out, the actor didn't cheat on his wife and mother of his children, Mila Kunis. He actually cheated on his wife that came before her, Demi Moore. The actress was 16 years older than Ashton and had 3 teenage girls when they first got together. When they got married, he was only 25 years old. The age difference had rumors flying that there was trouble in paradise when it came to their marriage. The majority of rumors were that Ashton was cheating on Demi with multiple different women. The rumors may not have stuck, but one alleged hookup sure did when there was proof. Paparazzi captured pictures of Ashton leaving his hotel, the Roosevelt, with Sarah Leal in the car with him. After the pictures surfaced, Sarah came forward with the truth, saying that they hooked up in a hot tub in September 2011 on his 6-year anniversary with Moore. During an interview with The Sun, she stated, and I quote, "We had sex twice, everything felt natural, we were having a good time, one thing led to another. He was good, it wasn't weird or perverted or creepy. I was attracted to him and he was attracted to me." She also went on to say that Ashton told her he was separated from Demi at the time when they hooked up. Needless to say, Ashton and Demi officially divorced not long after the truth came out. At number 9 is LeAnn Rimes. She's known for a bit of everything, acting, singing, and she's even recognized now as an author. She is a triple threat. However, one thing she isn't very good at is being faithful to her husband. Her cheating scandal caused a lot of controversy when photos of her kissing her co-star Eddie Cibrian at a romantic dinner together. Turns out Eddie was married too. The scandal made headlines back in 2009 when the footage was leaked from a restaurant security camera. The photo snapshots show the two actors holding hands, kissing, and cuddling up next to each other. Rimes was married to Dean Shermitt since 2002, and Eddie was married to Brandi Glanville since 2001 and even had 2 kids with her. Once both of their spouses were made aware of the cheating, they both pulled the plug on their marriage. LeAnn and Eddie eventually married each other in 2011. How romantic. Taking over the number 8 spot is Balthazar Getty. Most people remember this scandal because the picture went viral of the famous topless holiday cheating scandal. Back in 2008, the actor's career was in its prime when he starred in Brothers and Sisters. Not only was his career going well, but so was his marriage. He had a long-term marriage with his wife Rosetta Getty, and the two of them even had 4 children together. That was quickly ruined when he was caught having an affair with Sienna Miller. They were caught together in Italy on a vacation when topless photos of Sienna made headlines. Getty and his wife separated for 2 years after the incident, but decided to work things out. The actor and his wife opened up during an interview with People magazine and said that it actually made their marriage stronger. As for Sienna, she later dated Jude Law, who ended up cheating on her with their nanny. Karma? At number 7, we have Katharine McPhee. Her career first started in the music industry when she came in 2nd place during her season on American Idol. She later transitioned into the acting world when she landed a starring role on the television series Smash in 2012. During her time on the show, paparazzi managed to get some photos of Katharine and the director of the series, Michael Morris, kissing, which definitely wasn't part of her job description. Both of them were guilty because they were both married at the time. Michael was married to the mother of his 3 children, and Katharine had been married to a man named Nick Kokos for 5 years at that point. Her husband ended up filing for divorce, and the paperwork was finalized in 2014. Swiping the number 6 spot is Ryan Phillippe. For a long time, the actor was married to Reese Witherspoon, and they were one of Hollywood's most admired couples. They got married in 1999 and were together until 2006, where they had 2 kids together, a daughter and a son. The couple always came across as having the perfect relationship, which is why people were stunned when Ryan was photographed kissing another woman while he was still married to Reese. Photos made headlines of Ryan and the Australian beauty Abby Cornish having a public makeout session. In 2007, Ryan and Reese divorced as a result of the cheating scandal, and eventually Ryan spoke openly on his romance with his mistress. The two of them continued to be in a relationship together until 2010. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Elizabeth Taylor. The actress was part of a huge Hollywood scandal all the way back in 1962. It was one of the most scandalous and iconic headlines made during the time. Paparazzi caught Elizabeth spending some romantic time with Richard Burtman on a private yacht. The first photo appeared in June of 1962, and people were shocked seeing as both of them had been married at the time. time. Elizabeth was married to her fourth husband at the time, Eddie Fisher, and Richard was married to his first wife, Sibel Williams. Once the pictures were out, the two of them left their marriages to be together. They became an iconic couple in Hollywood and got married only 1 year after the scandal on March 15, 1964. Their love story was legendary, but for all the wrong reasons. Here we are at number 4 with Hugh Grant. Even with photographic evidence, some actors are able to weasel their way out of the wrongdoings. But Hugh's photographs are not the typical kissing photo like anyone else on this list. Not only was he publicly outed for cheating on his girlfriend in 1995, he was also arrested because he had solicited an escort. His cheating scandal pictures, his mugshot, and hers. There is no way you're possibly talking yourself out of this one. Back then, Hugh Grant and his girlfriend Elizabeth Hurley were one of Hollywood's power couples, or so everyone thought. During the scandal, fans were shocked that Elizabeth actually stood by her man's side. It didn't last very long though, the damage had already been done and they split not too long after. Taking the number 3 spot is Kristen Stewart. Her scandal broke the hearts of many Twilight fans. She began dating her co-star and movie boyfriend Robert Pattinson while filming the Twilight series of movies. Fans were obsessed with their love story since they got to see it in the movies and also in real life. She ruined their love story when she was caught cheating with her Snow White and the Huntsman director Rupert Sanders. The paparazzi leaked the photos in 2012, which showed the two of them making out in a car and snuggling up together on a deserted hike. Not only was Kristen in a relationship, but so was Rupert. He was married to Liberty Ross and also had kids with her. Robert, Liberty, and fans were all heartbroken by the shocking scandal. Kristen issued a statement saying, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, the person I love and respect the most, Rob." The two of them split not long after, and Rupert's wife filed for divorce the following year. Alright guys, at number 2 we have Marlon Wayans, the actor who made big waves in the acting industry when he starred in White Chicks back in 2004, one of my favorite movies to this day. However, I am not too pleased with the actor after learning about his cheating scandal. The scandal happened in 2012 when he had been dating his girlfriend and mother of his 2 children, Angelica Zachary, for 12 years. Pictures made headlines that showed Marlon kissing and caressing a mystery brunette on a private yacht in St. Barth's. Some people were shocked while others stated that he's always had some commitment issues. During an interview with Wendy Williams before the scandal took place, he revealed that he and Angelica don't even live together, even though they have kids together. When asked why, he said, "I like to keep it fresh. When you live together, that's when the sweatpants and the cream on the face comes out and it kind of says you're not going to get some." How did he possibly explain this to his kids? He later admitted that once his kids found out about the cheating, they physically lashed out at him. Angelica decided to stick it out with him, but they ended up getting a divorce in 2013. Taking the number 1 spot is Kevin Hart. This one cut deep for me because he is one of my favorite comedians, so it's hard not losing any respect for him. Not only was Kevin married at the time of his cheating scandal, but his wife was actually pregnant. He was on a trip in Las Vegas when camera footage broke the internet showing the actor getting up close and personal with an exotic dancer. The footage was taken from a Vegas nightclub surveillance video. Once the footage was out there, Kevin came forward in a shocking Instagram video where he confessed his affair to his millions of followers to try and stop the mistress from trying to get money from him in exchange for her silence. At the time all of this was going on, his second wife was in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Turns out his wife was actually the mistress that broke up Kevin's first marriage, so their story is kind of a mess altogether. Kevin continued to publicly own up to his actions and apologize for his mistakes, which his wife actually forgave him for.
Number 10. The leaked video at the nightclub with Alex. In late September, a video started to circulate the web, and in the video you can see Ned Fulmer and his employee, Alex Herring, engaging in some pretty heavy PDA at the club in New York City. This video would come to prove the final clue to the puzzle to prove that Ned Fulmer was the ultimate cheater. While the cheating scandal would come to a shock to most, since Ned was always pictured as this perfect wife guy, many were quick to note that they always got this weird vibe off of Ned. Ned was also known to gush about his wife throughout the show, so when the scandal broke news, many felt like it was the ultimate betrayal. Ultimately, Ned didn't try to deny his infidelity and admitted he had a consensual workplace workplace relationship with his coworker. The Try Guys have since removed Ned from any of the Try Guys videos, and they no longer see a path moving forward together. 9. Over-gushing about his wife. When a guy bases his entire personality off of one thing, you should definitely start considering who this person really is, especially when it comes to every episode. My wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. And even in one of Ned's past employees picked up on the clues. In an interview with past employee Sarah Pohl, she shared her personal experiences working with Ned at BuzzFeed when he was the co-creator and executive producer. Sarah noted she was not a fan of working with Fulmer, and over the course of time she expressed her feelings to her coworkers, but everybody played her out to be the wrong one. Sarah noted that she could tell Ned wasn't faithful with his wife and threw shade at the YouTuber by saying, "Don't trust people that make one thing their entire personality." Before ending the interview, she noted that the whole cheating scandal was a lesson to be learned by everyone involved, because it was pretty obvious he was cheating before the cheating rumors even started to circulate. Number 8. The lie detector episode. In a video called "The Try Guys Take a Lie Detector Test," at the start of the video, Ned is asked if he's keeping secrets from the rest of the Try Guy crew. When Ned responds, "I don't think so," it comes back as a lie. Many have speculated that the secret was in fact his relationship with Alex Herring. However, what makes this episode even more suspicious is when they ask Eugene if he secretly thought that Ned and his wife were going to get divorced someday. When Eugene said no and the lie detector came back saying Eugene was lying, no one thought anything about it. However, now it leaves you to question, did the Try Guys lie about knowing about Ned's infidelity? Well, the answer is yes, because how could you know someone would get divorced one day if you didn't know what they were up to? The episode then goes on to ask Ned if he believed if he had a better marriage than John. Ned went on to say, "I assume, yeah. He's in older marriages, and as you get older, you know, it tends to get not so good." He then highlights that him and his wife have stuff going on, and everybody does. The tension was definitely building for that moment, but it's clear throughout the episode the team was highlighting the fact that Ned was cheating on his wife, and none of us were picking up on it. If you like this video, please get a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 7. The episode about cheating. In an episode with Ned and Kelsey, Ned asks Kelsey if she's ever cheated on any of her partners. When she answers yes, Ned acted overly surprised, almost as if he was like, "Yeah, I can relate." And throughout the episode, he stayed like that, and he was really interested in the topic. The episode states what counts as cheating and how you can bounce back from it. The two went on to say, if you feel like you're cheating, you probably are. Kelsey then goes on to say, and if you ever cheat on anyone, you should never tell them, because it's your punishment for cheating on someone, and you have to keep that burden on you, and you have to live with that guilt. And if you do end up telling someone, all you're actually doing is doing yourself a favor. Throughout this statement, you can see Ned let out a sigh of relief and laugh, like he was glad someone told him not to tell his partner he was cheating, and that he needed just to feel guilty. He then goes on to highlight that if someone does cheat, it indicates that there are some deeper problems, and by keeping it in, it does more harm, so you should always tell your person. So why did he never tell Ariel about his affair? He then admits that one time he was in Chicago with his friends while Ariel was asleep, and while his wife was sleeping, he was out dancing with a girl or two and got a little close. He did talk to his wife about it after, but did he tell her the exact truth? Number 6. Caught out for dinner with Alex Herring. Just days after the cheating scandal broke, a woman on TikTok claimed she caught Ned cheating in May. In a video posted to the TikTok user's page, she alleged to her followers that she saw Ned out for lunch at Castaway in Burbank, California, back in May with a woman who was not his wife. In the caption, she went to say, "Tried to warn the wifey." She then claimed that she sent the video of Ned to Ariel at the time writing, "Hi, I'm not sure of the ins and outs of your marriage, and I'm not trying to start anything. However, I would like to know if this was my husband." She then went on to note that she told Ariel it was either her husband or his doppelganger, and that she saw him there with a younger girl with dark long hair, and they were kissing in some of the photos and videos she took of them. Ariel either never saw these messages or chose to never respond. It makes you wonder, did she know about the affair happening for months? And if she did, why did she never say anything? 5. Body language. If you ever watched the Try Guy videos, any episode Alex and Ned were in, there was definitely tension between the stars. And if you ever notice to go back and watch a couple of the videos, you'll see the two's body language indicated they were having an affair. They would be over giggly, they would talk to each other like they were on a first date. They would also sit extremely close to each other, and anytime Ned would say something, Alex was laughing. The two have been hinting at their affair for quite some time now. However, none of us thought to question it because of the amount of time Ned chose to gush over his wife. We were blinded by the innocence that we failed to notice the chemistry happening in front of our eyes. And if we could notice it now, then the Try Guys definitely noticed it a long time ago. So if you haven't noticed the chemistry from these two, go back, watch a couple of videos, because you'll definitely notice certain moments with the stars together in the same room will hit different and make you really question, why didn't we notice before? Number 4, the double dip in the sauce. In an episode Alex would appear in without Ned, the group would be trying chicken and sauces. When Zach went to dip, he chose the oat milk and Ariel passed it to him. When the group labeled it as a bad move, Zach went on to say it was actually pretty good. The group then goes on to note that it was such a Ned move, and then Zach threw some shade at Ned by saying he was dipping it in water and Leslie should get over in the video. While the group was laughing, saying there's probably a Leslie somewhere out there, throwing her hands up in the air yelling yes, Alex went on to say, "I miss Ned," and I'm sure she really did. Just after she says she misses Ned, Zach then takes her sauce cup and dips it into the oat milk for the second time, so it makes you wonder. So the dip was a hint that there was a deeper meaning to Ned's and Ariel's fun, or did Zach actually like the taste of his chicken with oat milk? Number 3. His dad. While talking to his dad about the time his dad separated from Ned's mom, Ned admitted to his dad he was young and stupid, and when he found out his dad had separated from his mom, he had a feeling as if he should see multiple people at the same time, and that's just what he did. Ned felt because his dad was out seeing other women, it was okay for him to as well. Now, it wasn't clear if he was with Ariel at this time. However, Ned did admit at one point he was seeing multiple people because he felt like it was okay because his dad was doing the same thing. It is clear, however, Ned was struggling to connect with his dad and felt that other women would satisfy his deeper connection he was looking for. If psychology has taught us anything, it's that when people feel abandonment, it can lead them to cheat. So was Ned's cheating on Ariel related to his father leaving him, or was there just a deeper meaning behind the scandal? And number 2, the Try Guys video. After the cheating scandal broke headlines, the Try Guys wanted to clear the air. In a video called What Happened posted to their official YouTube page, the current members, Eugene, Zach, and Keith, addressed their fans about the scandal, and they appeared to be upset by the whole matter. They revealed that they were made aware of the sightings with Ned and Alex on Labor Day weekend, and that they also had their own suspicions about the affair, and that they were entering into a 3-week process of engaging with employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and the group was making sure that they were taking all necessary steps to address the issue at hand. The group went on to say that they were taking these allegations really seriously and that they were refusing to sweep anything under the rug, and they didn't stand for the current situation. The group said that pending an investigation, they have edited out Ned from videos, and some videos will not be released due to Ned's heavily involvement in them. The group did intend to handle the situation differently, but with the sudden seriousness of the allegations, it forced them to address it sooner. They noted they were all shocked and deeply hurt. and they went on to note that they were losing a friend and someone they built a company with, but they were firing Ned because they no longer saw a path moving forward together any longer. At number 1, we have his apology. We have to give it to Ned for not trying to sweep this under the rug like many other stars have done in the past. Instead of lying about the affair, Ned came out to say it was true. In a statement to his wife he posted to his Instagram feed, Ned went on to say, "My family should have always been my priority, but I lost focus and I had a consensual workplace relationship. I'm sorry for any pain that my action may have caused to the guys and to the fans, but most of all to Ariel. The only thing that matters right now is my marriage and my children, and that's where I'm going to focus my attention." Around the same time, Ariel shared a similar statement and asked everybody to respect the couple's privacy for the sake of the couple's children. With Ned no longer being a part of the Try Guys for his actions, he's gonna have a lot of time to focus on his family and everything that has happened.
At number 10, we have the Try Guys. Now, the remaining Try Guys, Zach, Keith, and Eugene, are definitely the last people anyone was expecting to completely shun one of their members. But it seems that the internet actually agrees with their statement and decision, and some fans have even praised TTG for taking the side of Ariel and Ned's wrongdoings. Staying ahead of the then brewing scandal, the Try Guys took to Instagram the same day the initial cheating rumors leaked to inform the public of their decision to cut ties with Ned. However, a few weeks prior, TTG also posted an iconic TikTok video featuring the caption, "He's a 10 but he's married." Big yikes, this did not age well. If you haven't already, comment below your personal favorite reaction to Ned's Try Guy cheating scandal. At number 9, we have Ariel Fulmer. Ariel is the mother of Ned's 2 kids and has been one of the most affected parties by her husband's horrible entanglement. Ariel also released a statement across her social platforms to thank fans for their support during this difficult time. Quote, "Nothing is more important to me and Ned than our family, and all we request right now is that you respect our privacy for the sake of our kids." Ariel's post came following Ned's confirmation of cheating on her with Alex in an Instagram upload. Since the scandal has come to light, Try Guy fans everywhere have wanted more details regarding Ariel and how she reacted to his extramarital affair with his employee. The couple first tied the knot in 2012 after 2 years of serious dating. Their first child, Wesley, was welcomed in 2018. The couple shared their second child, Finley, in 2020. The spouses both host a parenting podcast known as Baby Steps. However, they haven't uploaded an episode since 2021. In September 2022, rumors that Ned emotionally broke apart his marriage by being unfaithful with producer Alex circulated. This also took a hit to the Try Guys self-made company founded by all 3 current members of the former BuzzFeed employees and Ned. Said gossip originated from a Reddit thread and then again through a since-deleted Twitter thread, which made note that Ned was missing from TTG's latest 3 videos at the time, and had also been cut out of the group's video intros and podcasts as well. Additionally, it described Ariel also being a no-show for her podcast You Can't Sit With Us, which the wife hosts with other romantic partners of the remaining Try Guy members. The initial user also claimed that they spoke with Ariel for about an hour after the events. Coming from the seemingly picture-perfect marriage between the wife guy and his leading lady, Ned's infidelity sure shocked just about the whole world. At number 8, we have Will Thayer. On the other side of the coin, for who has been the most heavily pained by the experience, we have Alex's former fiance Will. This ex seemed to be letting bygones be just that, as he raised the glass of champagne after posting images of Alex cheating with Ned. Videos of their inappropriate weekend emerged on the internet as quickly as any hot news story would, and the results were low-key a catastrophe when they reached the hands of Will through an online clubgoer contacting Will about everything. These messages were later proven to have been about Ned and Alex. Ned faced termination of employment when he admitted to cheating after being spotted making out, dancing with, and touching Alex in a New York City club. However, Will has seemingly better things to do than wallow around in his misery about it, as he toasted to his reclaimed bachelor status on Instagram in light of the disintegration of his engagement. Will's friend Steven Kazort was the person who captured Will raising his glass to celebrate new beginnings and self-worth. The caption on the social media post was, "My boy's back in town. If you know, you know." It took Will absolutely no time to dump Alex once it was revealed that she had cheated on him with her boss. Will also disclosed that he was the one to contact Ariel about the occurrence, which he said he too discussed for an hour with her. According to reports by the Daily Mail, Will took down all images of Alex from his Instagram account and changed his page to private. Alex herself has still not made any comments on the issue. At number 7, we have Jake LaRosa. Numerous content creators of BuzzFeed also took to social media to comment on the shocking news attached to the Try Guys. Despite some of them having since deleted their initial 2 cents, everybody knows what goes on the internet stays on the internet. And we're starting with former Try Guys social media manager Jake, who went viral in the midst of Ned's extramarital affair leak. On September 27th, Jake uploaded a TikTok disclosing his resignation from the TTG collective, which has since reached viral fame on every social media platform. The 24-year-old was the previous social media manager for the former quartet turned trio, and as per the media outlet Just Jared, Jake was the handler of the comedic group's second YouTube channel as well. More so, Jake has been featured in some of the Try Guys' most popular videos, with the latest being Try Guys staff tries vegan McDonald's. Jake also made an appearance in another famous video alongside Keith on his personal YouTube channel. For this, Jake posted a sneak peek clip of his time on Instagram where he wrote, "Thanks for having me on Eat the Menu, Keith." Furthermore, Jake also uploaded to that same platform back in 2021 where he shared a handful of images with the caption, "Swipe to see my reaction when I found out I'd be working for the Try Guys." However, outside of his good times with the group, his recent TikTok about resigning from the collective ahead of the Ned situation soon erupted on social media. The video featured the screen words, "Good morning to everyone except Adam Levine, John Mulaney, and ... As Jake gives attitude to the camera, the shot creates a slow pan effect over a cover book image that Jake is holding of Ned with Ariel as they hosted the couple's 2021 The Date Night Cookbook. Jake recorded himself sipping on a mugged beverage while a song with the lyrics "You ruined everything, you stupid itch" played in the audio as background music. The TikTok was captioned, "My last day was Friday," which proved to his followers that Jake had officially hung his towel to dry with the now three-piece collective. At number 6, we have Kelsey Dara. Now, fans received a double reaction from Kelsey, who is an alum of the BuzzFeed company where Try Guys first got their start from. When a random Twitter user tweeted, "The most ironic part of the Ned Fulmer Try Guys drama is that someone at BuzzFeed is going to write an article about this," Kelsey speedily clapped back with the response, "T-13 minutes." In addition to her quip, Kelsey further wrote, "All jokes aside, Zach is one of my best friends and best people I know and deserves all the love and support because he's a badass creative and a big heart dude who works incredibly hard." At number 5, we have Devin Little and Maya Murillo. For Devin's reaction, she took a bit more of a realistic approach to how she issued her criticism. In her tweet on the thought-sharing social media platform, Devin shaded, "2022, the year we realized that white guys are still guys." She also made another simple comment with the word "oop" on another fellow BuzzFeed employee, Maya Murillo's tweet. Maya, on the other hand, shared a tweet of her own, which at 2:47 p.m. stated, quote, "Very much not surprised." At number 4, we have Sam Stryker. As if the list of BuzzFeed employees chiming in on the tea couldn't get any longer, we have Sam up next. His 2 sentences involved spreading a meme of Kris and Kylie Jenner questioningly glancing at a computer side by side, alongside the messy caption, "Me, a former BuzzFeed employee, getting caught up on the Try Guys drama this morning." And it seems that judging solely based on Ned's BuzzFeed employees' reactions thus far, it's clear his scandal has quite literally everyone shook. At number 3, we have Quinta Brunson and Jasmine Robbins. Quinta took a surprisingly level-headed approach to the drama by seemingly curving it all, pretty much declaring that she does not receive it. Rather than address it directly like a lot of her other BuzzFeed coworkers, Quinta instead tweeted a simple message of, "All I know is that there's a new episode of Abbott Elementary tomorrow night." However, Jasmine, well, she was a bit more cryptic with her tweet, but still managed to hit him where it hurts when she uploaded a Kermit the Frog meme and wrote, "Y'all shocked?" By doing this, it hints that the BuzzFeed workers might have been well aware of the affair brewing between Ned and Alex, but hey, that's just speculation. At number 2, we have Kristen Chirico. Now, Kristen definitely made the implication that all the former BuzzFeed staff were venturing back into their abandoned group chat to hash out the drama in a tweet, which reads, "I have reconnected with almost every work friend I have in the last 8 hours. There have been quite a few onlookers who believe that the workers of BuzzFeed, both present and past, who've gotten involved are merely problematic and catty, while others find it commendable and downright humorous." At number 1, we have TTG fans. Supporters of the Try Guys have been the absolute loudest about how they felt regarding the unfolding scandal. The Try Guys' success only tripled when they suddenly gained heavy mainstream attention in light of the affair, as people, like us, just can't seem to stop talking about it. This can most likely be blamed for the events falling in line barely a week prior to Adam Levine's alleged infidelity. Both Adam and Ned's relationship have been characterized as them historically being husbands who are uber vocal about how much love they have for their wives. So naturally, fans had a lot to say. Twitter user MariaOK98 started off the conversation with, "Try Guys dropping Ned Fulmer for cheating on his wife and not just automatically sticking by their friend is what we like to see." More users added to the Twitterverse drama to share their reactions while the scandal untangled itself, and a few even noted the irony of the Try Guys' previous "He's a 10" TikTok. User Bravenclaw reiterated the sentiment by posting the tweet, "He really said he's a 10, but he's already married." Alea Irene tweeted in response, "Keyboard smash. The Try Guys posted a TikTok 8 weeks ago where Ned said he's a 10 but he's already married, and it's getting a sudden burst of activity and showed up on my For You page." Like Twitter users Alea and Braven, many other social media posters began revisiting past TTG videos to uncover more ironically iconic moments. Another tweeter, Vinci again, was quick to recall the BuzzFeed employees who were adding to the mess. Quote, "Ex-BuzzFeed employees commenting on Ned and the Try Guys is my Avengers Assemble." Several other tweets took to the platform to express their confusion about this scandal, including Wonder Woman's Linda Carter. However, on a level of fans alone, Summer Sunshine stated, "Well, this aged beautifully," to reference a clip of some of the Try Guys questioning questioning Ned on whether or not he was hiding any secrets from them, to which Ned denies with a sus "don't think so." One other poster, Fejos Fodi, tweeted, "The Try Guys try predicting the future," from a snippet during another TTG video where Ariel's being filmed saying, "Ned is cheating, I'm calling you."
Number 10. Justin Timberlake and Elisha Wainwright. Justin Timberlake and Elisha Wainwright made headlines when they were spotted holding hands during a night out in New Orleans. The two actors were shooting the movie Palmer, which is a drama about an ex-college football star who returns home after being in prison. The co-stars were photographed together getting cozy at a bar in Louisiana, sitting at a table holding hands and talking to one another. The photos showed Justin, who didn't appear to be wearing his wedding ring, holding hands with the actress under a table and drinking together. At one point, Elisha could be seen resting her hand on the singer's knee, and while he was standing up, putting his arm around her waist. The photos caused a huge scandal because he's been married to Jessica Biel since 2012. Their relationship was really being tested, and Justin had to make a public statement the following month, apologizing for his strong lapse in judgment, and claimed that despite the photos, nothing happened between him and his co-star. Number 9. LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian. This affair was not exactly unique. In fact, it's a story so common in Hollywood that it borders on cliche. The actors were co-stars who met on the set of a Lifetime movie called Northern Lights. They immediately hit it off and the flirting began. But the kicker was that they were both already married at the time to other people. But hey, in classic Hollywood fashion, they didn't let that stop them, and not long after meeting, they were photographed having dinner together, and the rumor mill did the rest. After extreme press coverage of the affair, both LeAnn and Eddie decided to make it official and separated from their respective spouses to be with each other. They eventually ended up tying the knot in 2011, but the story doesn't entirely end there. A few years later, Eddie was caught cheating on LeAnn at Wendy Williams' 50th birthday party, but she claims she's unfazed by the whole thing and doesn't seem to mind if he flirts with other women. You know what they say, sometimes how you get them is how you lose them too. Number 8. Helena Bonham Carter and Kenneth Branagh. The two are believed to have begun their secret relationship on the set of the film Frankenstein in 1994, which Kenneth played the lead role and Helena played Frankenstein's adopted sister, Elizabeth. At the time, he had been married to Emma Thompson for 8 years, who was adored by fans. The two were even dubbed the golden couple by the British press, and seemingly had the perfect marriage, which is why the affair caused a massive scandal that rocked tabloids across the nation. They split in 1995, and years later, Emma has admitted that her tearful scenes in Love Actually were so persuasive because she had had her heart broken very badly by Kenneth. It was a little awkward because both actresses had to work together in the Harry Potter films, with Helena playing Bellatrix and Emma playing Professor Trelawney. But in 2013, she revealed that the two had made their peace years ago, and that the divorce was all blood under the bridge. But Emma even joked that she and her Harry Potter co-star were both slightly mad and a little bit fashion challenged, and she said, quote, "Perhaps that's why Ken loved us both." Number 7. Abby Cornish and Ryan Philippe. The actor first met Reese Witherspoon while starring alongside her in the 1999 movie Cruel Intentions. They actually fell so in love with each other that they ended up getting married that same year. But all good things must come to an end, especially Hollywood romances, and in 2008, Ryan started to get closer to his new co-star, Australian actress Abby Cornish, while they were filming the movie Stop Loss. The two of them seemed to be so comfortable being seen in public together that they were eventually caught having dinner together in a Texas restaurant, despite the fact that there were some curtains around the table. They were also caught together again just outside of Ryan's apartment. The affair was so in your face, it really wasn't funny. But it wasn't until Reese discovered intimate messages back and forth that were being exchanged between the two of them on his phone. Then it was clear that after 7 years of marriage and 2 children, Reese was ready to call it quits with Ryan, and later went on to marry talent agent Jim Toth, whilst Ryan and Abby's love affair eventually lost its spark. Number 6. Kerry Russell and Matthew Rhys. The actors played secret KGB agents and love interests on the FX spy drama The Americans. The romance between the two sparked while on set, but there was just one problem. At the time, Kerry was still married to Shane Deary, with whom she had 2 kids. The two leads play like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and so naturally, many believe their steamy scenes were indicative of a real-life romance. At the time though, they both heavily denied it. When talking about their sex scenes, Matthew said, quote, "We "We've all done a million of them in this crazy life we sign up for." He said that eventually the clinical element of it kicks in, which sort of takes away from that embarrassment. But it's obvious that there was really something going on, as the two of them were shopping for furniture together at Christmas in 2013. Not long after, Kerry parted ways with her now ex-husband. Unlike most cheating scandals though, this one seemed to turn out quite well, as Kerry, Matthew and Shane reportedly go on vacations together and frequently dine out as friends. Not only that, but in 2016, Kerry and Matthew welcomed their first child together and became a blended family. Number 5. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott. The Beverly Hills 90210 star and her husband, Dean McDermott, have been making headlines since their scandalous start. The two actors met on the set of Lifetime's Mind Over Murder in 2005, only a year after Spelling married her first husband, Charlie Shanahan. Dean was also married at the time for more than a decade to Mary Jo Eustace, with whom he shares a son. Tori and Dean began cheating on their spouses the night they met. In fact, she wrote about the affair in her 2009 memoir, quote, "It was love at first sight. I fell so hard. Then I noticed he had a wedding ring. When someone asked, he pulled out photos of his children, and oh yeah, I had a husband too." Yeah, there's no making that sound better. She went on to say that the couple ended up spending the night together despite the fact that they were both married. And she knew it was meant to be because when she woke up next to Dean the following day, she said she had no regrets. The two married and went on to have 4 children together before yet another cheating scandal rocked their relationship in 2013, this time with Dean and the nanny. Number 4. Kate Hudson and Owen Wilson. The Hollywood stars had a massive cheating scandal while filming the 2006 comedy You, Me and Dupree, most likely because Kate was married to rock musician Chris Robinson for 6 years when she met Owen. The actors had a wild affair that lasted only 6 months, but it was definitely long enough to ruin Kate's relationship with her husband forever. Amid the rumors of infidelity, the Black Crowes singer ended up filing for divorce from Hudson in November 2006, citing irreconcilable differences and seeking joint custody of their then 2-year-old son Ryder. A month after the film opened in July, Kate and Owen were confirmed to be officially dating. But the affair didn't seem to stack up to anything, as the couple's relationship was short-lived, and they broke up less than a year later. As the public started to turn against the actress, she countered the speculation by telling Harper's Bazaar that's not what happened. But looking back at the 2006 press tour, it was pretty obvious that something was happening between them, because it got kind of inappropriate. Owen asked her about wearing a bikini in the film and whether she and her husband have ever had a third wheel experience. Number 3. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Many Hollywood romances have started on screen and bled into the real lives of the actors involved. The most iconic has to be that of Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. The two engaged in a scandalous affair after meeting on the set of To Have and Have Not back in 1944. Bacall was only 19 when she first met Bogart, who was already an acclaimed Hollywood star and 25 years older than her. But that wasn't the only issue. At the time, Bogart was married to actress Mayo Methot, but their relationship was reportedly falling apart. Bacall confessed in her 1978 memoir that there was no clap of thunder or lightning bolt moment when she first laid eyes on him in 1943, but the actors became close on the set when she was nervous about the production and turned to her co-star for support. Just 3 weeks into filming, the pair shared their first kiss in her dressing room after a day of filming, and he asked her for her phone number, which she famously scribbled on the back of a matchbook. After that, they began meeting in secret places and using their on-screen names to disguise their identities. Bogart eventually divorced his wife in 1945 and married Bacall just 11 days later. Number 2. Sienna Miller and Daniel Craig. Scandal erupted in 2005 when Sienna Miller's confession of love to Daniel Craig was publicly broadcast to the world, while she was still married to Jude Law. The two were co-stars in the 2004 film Layer Cake with Sienna, and at some point the two got a little bit closer than they did on screen. But how did the news of the affair get out? Well, that's the tricky part. A journalist hacked Daniel's voicemail, retrieving a message that came from Sienna's phone number. Both parties tried to discredit the audio tape at first, but when the hearing took place for the hacking trial, it was proven to be authentic. Sienna tried to play it off and told the court that she always ended phone calls saying "I love you," insisting it wasn't some huge declaration of love. She denied that the message meant she was in a relationship with Daniel, but she did admit to the court that they were briefly involved. Jude reportedly learned of his wife's affair from the newspaper story and called Daniel to confront him, because the two used to be close friends. Talk about messy. And coming in at number 1, Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. In the 90s, Meg Ryan had a squeaky clean image thanks to her role as a leading lady in many rom-coms like When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle. but her reputation took a huge hit when it emerged that she cheated on her then husband, Dennis Quaid, with her co-star Russell Crowe. Meg and Dennis had been married for 9 years and already shared a son together when she met Russell on the set of the 2000 thriller Proof of Life, and the pair had instant chemistry. But the affair reportedly caused awkwardness amongst the cast and crew, as the actress didn't even appear on the press tour because she was so worried that they would be asking her about it. In fact, the film's director, Taylor Hackford, blamed the cheating scandal for the film being a flop at the box office. Meg was publicly shamed, especially after she and Dennis officially announced their separation, because it allegedly put too much strain on their marriage. When she began dating her co-star, it really changed the public's perception of her as the quirky rom-com lead. In fact, she told The Guardian in 2003, quote, "I was all over the tabloids and I walked through the lobby and the place stopped. People stopped talking and stared at me." Goes to show you how sensational the affair was at the time.